big numbers, big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad ain't pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more desto. Hit your door and I'ma catch those. Mexican, dame pesos. Hit your sus, I'll replace those. Number saved, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, let them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God. Big numbers.
Appreciate you, Coach. Well, later tonight in November, snowfall is forecasted to hit the Twin Cities, but right now, calm outside, and, of course, a calm day inside U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between our visitors and the Minnesota Vikings. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Ready? 30 base.
Check 55, Mike. I'm coming.
Yes.
Sony Michel, his first carry. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Check pass.
80 weapon. Hey, orbit.
2nd and 9 now. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. After last week's loss, you bet this offense probably wanted to come out with a little more fire than a 3-and-out.
And I'm sure that people are saying, hey, come on, Coach, where was the pregame talk? Have these guys ready to go? But you and I both know it goes into preparation and practice and being ready to go. That gives you the confidence to come out and play. They've got to find that and fast.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tevin Coleman, his 11th touchdown of the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys are a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'm trying to do better here. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Christian, Travis.
Here we go again. Here we go again. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Hit it.
From the gun on 3rd down. Herbert, he may try and run for this. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
Now Michelle. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. It was Breland Speaks getting home to the quarterback that time. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
22-jet bomber, 22-jet bomber. Hey. Hey, seam 6. Ready?
On 3rd down, Herbert under pressure again, and down he goes again. Chris Jones, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Here's Johnny Hecker now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. Here comes Pettis on the return. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Time for our first check of the NFL scoreboard. The Jets out to the early lead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. They begin the drive with Coleman. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. And what they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. And an alley to run. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And touchdown. Tevin Coleman. His 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Mike, 55, right there in the middle, 55.
Looking to throw on second down. Herbert. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
I'm ready.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 41.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score Chiefs 14, Vikings nothing.
Here we go. Set. 18 Gator.
55 to Mike. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
Hey, Haywood.
55, Mike, 55.
Yo, go. Go.
They'll run with Michelle. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
7 at the 38-yard line.
Here we go. 8 read.
All right, T. All right, T.
Rush in. General West.
To throw on second down. Herbert. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. To throw, it's Mahomes. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Yellow. Yellow. And ripple in. Check.
They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll try and run for it. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play. I love those plays. 4th and 1. That's who wants it more. This time the offense.
Yeah, there's a lot of hooting and hollering in there, right? A lot of contact and a lot of collisions as they try and find some space. Who's going to drop their hips, gain leverage, and move the other side backwards? We saw it there for the offense getting it done.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown. Marquise Goodwin with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Here we go.
At their own 26-yard line.
Ready.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Check 24, check 24.
From the gun, it's a run for Freeman. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
58, boys, 58, 58.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Check 3, check 3.
Bravo. Yep.
Mike, 58, right there. Hey, let's get in them holes. Check, 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 check. Check out.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Vikings on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
5.
55, Mike 55. Hey, eat. Watch the run. 55.
Hey, Charlie.
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Vikings on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Hey, Zoo.
Mike 55, Mike 55.
Operating from the gun. Herbert. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Chris Jones make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game.
Get ready.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 35-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
What you got, Heavy?
57 colors.
Here we go.
Yellow.
Watch twins. Shit.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Man open, it's Goodwin. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
To throw again on second down. Mahomes escaping the pressure right. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 42. On first down, Mahomes. That's caught. It's Coleman. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tevin Coleman on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And a rout is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Shedding through the defense. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Box drop.
He's checking. Crash.
Sponge, 61, matchbox lights. Now. Hey, high 7.
Check, 55, Mike. Drop deep. Deuce. Check your hot read.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Herbert trying to lay one up deep. And got his man complete. A gain of 39 that time.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
And that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great, let's go for the end zone. If not, settle for a field goal. Looks like they can try to hit pay dirt.
Watch it, hey, exit.
Here we go. Mike 55, Mike 55.
Throwing on first down. Herbert under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
Look at me, zipper.
Mike 55. I'm coming.
Big dribble.
Looking to throw. Herbert. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Chris Jones has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Mike 55.
Hey!
Let's go one more.
Get it.
A final shot before break. Herbert, that's complete to the receiver, Thielen. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. But one thing's for sure, they're still taking their shots downfield, even with a big lead.
I think it's way too early to go into a shell, so I like what they're doing. Continue to take your shots. Continue to be aggressive. It's not their job to slow themselves down.
On second down now, it's Coleman. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
And it's third down.
Yellow, 180, 15, 15.
Shoot. Kill. Blue dot Corkers. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Like 22, he's
15.
rip left.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter defensively. They did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Bang. 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Flushed out right. This is Coleman with the ground. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain on the screen there at second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Chopper.
On second down, it's Coleman. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
It's a gain of 4.
Yellow.
And it's third
Let's
down.
go.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. Forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
Yellow. 43.
Check 31.
On play action, it's Mahomes. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he's got this down to the 35.
Let's go.
It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Max 22. Hey, let's get this. Hatch it.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice, get rid of it, live to fight another down.
Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. On the screen, this is Coleman. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tevin Coleman, 35 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Let's go, let's go.
Vikings take over first down 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. And that'll set them back 5. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
General West. Hey, Haywood.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55. Mike, watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Back to throw. Herbert eluding the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Got him. Mike 55. Mike 55. Hey, tight. Check.
Looking to throw. Herbert, he's going deep for Brown. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Check. Lucky.
Hey, Delta.
Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike, come on. Mike 55. Mike 55. Mike 55. Defense wins championships, baby. Hey, check.
Hey. Blue draw quarters.
Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
Now.
From the gun, Herbert. Throwing deep here for Coleman. And that is incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time out, another touchdown. I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport. The roads will be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They will run again with Coleman. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down.
Let's go, deep.
Hey, 57 color, 57 color.
He's coming.
Hero, 15.
Double up. Undercrush. Box trap.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. This defense figured out something in the locker room. That's 2 third-quarter picks now.
And you just wonder, did he get too comfortable in the locker room himself? His team has the lead. Take care of the football. He's putting him in jeopardy right now.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
Slam.
Bravo.
Back to the air on second down. Herbert. And oh, look at that. A diving catch. 22 yards there, a first down. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Herbert. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Hey, Charlie. 5.
Back to throw. Herbert. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. P.J. Williams with a pick. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
Here we go. Shift.
Attack.
Switch. Watch the shift.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. It's a 6-yard loss on the play, and it'll make this a 2nd and long. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Switch. Motion. Reset.
Color.
Like
Throwing again on second down. Mahomes. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down.
Yellow.
Mahomes now on first down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Darryl Worley. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. He's picked off just shy of midfield, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Yellow. Attack.
Kill. Turn up. Kill.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. He's going to take a shot. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Yellow.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Color.
Staying open. Staying open. Mike 22. Mike 22.
You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing.
Hey, watch it. Watch it.
Hey, Sunday.
Hey, switch.
Attack.
You.
15. Here we go.
Now Mahomes. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
He's checking cross.
Mike 22.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. He's got daylight past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could hope for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it number 1 for what we've seen this season.
A lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Second and a yard at the 46-yard line.
On 2nd and 1, Mahomes. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Check. Check. Crunch. H3-2-18. Chopper.
Hey, Riblin. Check. Come back.
Wahoo!
Mahomes now on first down. Flush to his right. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
22's coming, Mike.
No gain on that. 15.
Watch twist. 22 jet bomber.
It's a safety creek. Yellow. Right side.
On 2nd down now, it's Coleman. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Who do you want?
To throw, it's Mahomes. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure whatever the reason is. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And it's a touchdown. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Freeman again. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the 4th quarter. Let's rely more on the passing attack.
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. This quarterback now, he's hit on just 5 of 15 throws, a poor percentage, but it's 1st and 10. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Let's go. 91.
We got heavy. Everybody
Yeah.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Herbert. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we made one more play, could have had our shutout.
Escaping the pressure right. And now here is another interception. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Let's go, defense. And who we got? Mike 55. Mike 55.
You must hit it.
On 1st and 10, Herbert, that one into the hands of Thielen, complete. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
It's our time. It's our time.
X3, 218, chopper. Hey, wahoo!
Mike 55. Mike 55.
Come on. Look at me, zipper.
Mike 55. Check.
2.
2nd and 3. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play.
10-2 stop. 22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Hey, exit. Check right. 5.
To throw on third down. Herbert now in desperation. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. They'll get 34 yards there.
18 Gator. Hey, Orbit.
55, come on, guys, 55. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Ready?
Looking to throw. Herbert. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go.
Here we go. 60 or General West. Smoke.
Check 24, check 24. Check safety, check safety.
Deep grip, deep grip.
To throw on second down. Herbert flushed out right. His throw caught at about the 5. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A good pickup there, 22. Back to throw. Herbert. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL.
Mahomes hit. He lost the football. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for our visitors, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Oakland to take on the Raiders. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, it's another week, another loss as they fall now to 0-9. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.